there's a love that's true. Sugar love is her name, spreading sweetness too. Her voice like velvet, smooth as a summer breeze. A podcast, a soundtrack to everybody's ears. Sugar love, she's the queen of soul. Ooh, yeah. The podcast, the place where the stories unfold. Ooh, yeah. News and entertainment with a touch so sweet. She's the heartbeat of the community's beat. She brings the news with flavor like a cup of hot tea. Uncovering stories, bringing light to what we see. With her infectious laughter, she uplifts every soul. Sugar love, she's the one who makes us feel whole. She's the one who makes us feel whole. Hope you had a great time, my friend. Don't forget to like and hit send. Tell a friend to come join and thrive. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Come on and let's make it a trend. Come and share till the very end. Join the fun, don't just take a dive. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Share the love and stories to tell. Join the crew, let's keep it alive. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hey y'all, what's up, low key? What's up, Spice? Spice is nice. What is up, Hope? Yeah, I know. This is a tell, right? This is a tell when trolling goes wrong. Like Jim Jones want everybody job. Jim Jones want everybody job. And what he did was just make Nas much richer. He made Nas much richer and made him look just as hot he usually look. Right? But we're going to take a little bit trip back down memory lane because we're talking about Nas. Nas is great because who he studied was great. If you looked up to Nas and you wasn't good as Nas, or at least tried to be good as Nas, then you have felt, my friend, Nas, nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you. No, we did not come to see you, Otis. No, sir. Nobody come to see you. And you always, you're figuring, oh, let me play the kids' game. You're a grown man. Talking about you want to stay in the limelight by trolling. 50 Cent already got that job. 50 Cent already got that job. You can't out-troll 50. You can't out-rap Nas. You can't out-pretty boy Cameron. You can't out-pretty boy Nas neither. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even tell people, hey, Nas older than me. Nas, did you see how good Nas look? And look at you. Look at you. Look at you. We're going to first check out my man, Forgotten Kings. Check out my man, Sincere. If y'all not part of his Forgotten Kings family, go on over there and check him out. Let's go back before we go back. We're in the time.
What's going on, King? Hey. when you've got multiple parts but need.
Listen, man, we're going to jump right into this. Apparently, Jim Jones addresses the backlash after foolishly comparing himself to Nas, man. Have you heard about this?
Blasphemy. I got a wind of it. You know what I mean? It's ludicrous. You know? Ludicrous.
Listen,
Nonsense.
man.
Oh, and
I
check
ain't
out
gonna lie, this is
Check out
crazy.
NREC too.
Because recently he was on, I guess, Fat Joe and Jada, you know, the Joe and Jada show, I guess. You know, they jumping out there in the podcast lane. So apparently there was another podcast where they asked this young man, Pharrell, his thoughts on, you know, Nas and Jim Jones. I'm gonna play the clip because this is what sparked the conversation in the remarks from Jim Jones. Then I'm gonna show y'all Jim Jones' remarks, and then we're gonna get into him addressing the backlash. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get straight to it. Hold on.
Has more hits than Nas.
I'm from New Jersey. We grew up on ball.
That's one.
We did not grow up on one mic. Pop Champagne, Summer in Miami. That's a classic.
If I Rule the World, how's that comparable to those songs you just said?
I'm 22. Every Nas song
He done paid that
that
little
my
boy.
man MJ played, we said we heard that from what, Doug?
2K.
2K. Those songs are in the video game.
Okay.
I have never in my life said at a party, yo, throwing that Nas right now. If you did top 3 influential people regarding dressing,
But
swag, Jim Jones is top 3.
But Nas influenced Jim Jones.
Cap, Chrome Hearts and the BB Simons belts and all that. Jim Jones is like top 3.
So what where you put Max B?
Nobody was wearing Ed Hardy. Nobody was wearing True Religion. Nobody was wearing Chrome Hearts. All that was white biker stuff. He brought that into the culture.
Well,
And how
So-
old are you, real quick?
23.
23.
So Nas first dropped 94, right? So that's a different time period.
This is how you know he was paid to do this. He brought that into the culture. He bought that. How you know what he bought into the culture? You 20-something years old. How do you know what he bought into the culture? You wasn't born yet, little boy. They done paid that little boy. They done paid that little boy to sit up there and act like he know about the culture. About the culture. No, nobody wants to come to see you, Otis. Nobody come to see you, Otis. Otis. Not only that you, Dipset, you ain't on no Real People's album. You ain't on no Real People albums. No, you're not. This little boy got paid. He got paid. And there ain't nobody saying this don't want no Jim Jones either. Ain't nobody saying that. And nobody party. And I be around kids all day, every day. I don't hear them out the window. I don't hear them inside nobody headphones. I don't hear play nowhere nobody going, Jim Jones. But let's carry on. We'll talk about the clothes later. He bought in tight jeans. Congratulations.
Where he's not really even checking for numbers yet. He came in at a period where he was checking for the skill of the game. You're comparing 2 different eras, and I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous.
It's the difference between being in the game and being relevant. But Jim Jones is more relevant than Nas.
Jim Jones and Nas are in the same era. Jim Jones is 48 years old. Nas is 51 years old. Jim Jones just wasn't a rapper and didn't know how to rap when Nas was rapping. No matter what Jim Jones has improved to, it's still not Nas.
But
Like,
you
can
know
put a
it's
V12
funny.
in a Honda, it's
You
not
know
a
it,
Lamborghini.
but you know it's funny. The last Nas album is not better than the last Jim Jones album. It's not better than the last 3 Jim Jones.
By
albums.
what metric?
By what?
though?
Yeah,
By
that's-
bars, by everything. El Capo,
It's better
the
than
deluxe is better than King's Disease.
you saying Jim Jones had
You ain't never heard of
Did
Nas.
you hear that
How
clearly,
would you
King?
know that? You ain't never heard of
I heard
Nas,
it
though.
clearly.
You said
and-
King's Disease with no problem.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's all cap.
Hey, Spike.
Because you could tell the young homie was coach.
Exactly.
Hold on.
You saying Jim Jones?
Let me mute this. Apparently, this was a college student. So, you know, just to give him grace, you know what I mean? He don't know no damn better. You know what I mean? But you're right. I ain't gonna lie. What you were saying about him being coach?
He was coach. You could tell Jim Jones
Tommy.
gave him a few dollars. Because if we talking, how is Jim Jones better than Nas? And you talking about Chrome Hearts, whatever that brand is, it's called Chrome Hearts, right?
Right. You hit it, yeah.
Yeah, like that right there, you lost me with that alone. And at the same time, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Nas from the era where, you know, you had to influence people with your fashion as well as your bars. You feel me? And the era I'm from, and we from that same era, I ain't never heard nobody say, yo.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app, and
never
$9.99 a month for a music app, and $12.99 for a fitness app, and more.
Front, Jim Jones, you know what I'm saying? He got it on the fashion. You dig what I'm saying? Because at first, when they came with that whole, you know, that biker swag, you dig? Niggas is looking at them crazy. You know what I'm saying? Wearing them tight ass pants with those, with the chain going from, you know, what is it? The belt.
Right, the scar
the
chain.
belt hoops.
Right, the little bike chain. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that never was like something that New York City niggas was jacking. You feel me?
Shit,
like even real shit.
Even with Cam rocking the pink and all of that, everybody wasn't rocking that at the time. You know, looking back, they'll act like they was fucking with it, but during the time, everybody was not rocking with the colors and all that shit. That was something that they did.
Exactly, hit it right on the nail. That's something that they did. Okay, then let us get to the bars, right? Because
no, they did not. No, they did not.
You know that fashion thing. I don't even know who gassed them to make it seem like you that fly nigga from New York City. Nah, that's not the case. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, he's one of them ones that people acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? We can't front on that, but let's not get too crazy outside of rap. You know what I mean? But before we get into, you know what I'm saying, the conversation behind it, let's hear Jim himself. So that way the people don't, you know, take our words and think we didn't say exactly what we heard. So y'all listen to this for yourself.
Let's get it.
This is the Joe and Jada show. If y'all want to see the full clip, I'll put the link in the description. All right.
Saw a clip on Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
my young boy.
Big hits.
Wow.
He looked to you. He learned how to wear the BB Simon belt from you. He got his swag. Like, how crazy is that? Because in my era,
he lied.
You know what I'm saying? Nas.
He lied. And they gave him a couple of dollars. He said, King Disease, how would you know? You ain't never heard of him. How did you hear the whole album of somebody you don't know? Well, anywho, first of all, they all playing in our face. Why would you got the floor mopped by Jada. Why you sitting up in there with Jada trying to tell somebody check your credentials and how much good you is when you couldn't even save yourself during the verses with that man right there. That one man right there took out all of y'all. That one man, Jada, took out all of y'all. And you're going to sit in that man's face and make it seem like you good? Yes. It's best for Jada to stay quiet. Jada, yeah, I stay quiet. I will stay quiet. And let's not forget, everything is alleged. I say alleged. And the copyright strike. Oh, I forgot to put that little thing up there. Let's see. Why I still have it. but it won't let me show it. But fair use, and fair use. But this, they playing it all our face right now. But let's go.
It's like a god.
In my era too. I mean,
So
well,
to be compared,
let me
that young kid out.
he was young and we loved that he loved Jim Jones. I want you to break this down.
Let's break this down. I admired Nas, but remember Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade. So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like you did, came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan. Period. I'd never take that away from him. But then as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals would be idols, and not to take anything away from that. I developed my own style and my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation. We talking about.
This whole interview is bull crap. If he was your idol, then why you couldn't sound like him? Why you couldn't put a sentence together like him when you first came out if that was your idol? You could tell who is Nas' idols. You could tell is Rakim. You could tell it's what's my other man name? Coogee Rap. You could tell his idols. Then he found his own way. That man knew how to pick up a dictionary and put some words together. Why didn't you pick up a dictionary and put some words together? Then find your own style. See, y'all believe this ish as y'all want to. But let's carry on with this bull-ish story. Let's go.
94, 93, I was in 11th grade. Nigga, it's 2025. There's a big gap there, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand that. So when Shorty's telling people that, yeah, he's 20-some years old, that goes to show the part of the era that he's in, that I came into light and started going crazy, that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
It's not all of them. Some of them know.
You know what I mean?
A lot of them know.
Yes.
But
yeah,
it's the era.
some music. No, some kids that.
No, I love that.
There's some kids that love hip hop.
20, so I mean,
but your kid, he's your son.
He's your son.
He's your son.
No, but he knows.
My son, my son can't tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
like, let's keep it a buck. You heard? Let's keep it a buck because you'll bring it up. There must be some type of misconception or what's that word? When it comes to Jim Jones and what Jim Jones have done in this game. A lot of these rappers
made them take the darkies off.
A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them. But they forget I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself, gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No Diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record, then check everybody else's track record. Then go to the billboards and check all my entries and check all them niggas' entries and shit like that. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, but I hear the comparisons and the niggas be trying to act funny when it comes. No, I've been spanking a lot of this shit. I'm talking about the industry. I've been putting on. So let's not get into that where we get into numbers and I got to show you the statistic of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. You want to go to the billboard entries, pull up Nas billboard entries, then pull up my billboard entries.
Listen, we can't compare the two. What I'm trying to tell you is
I want to go there.
Hold on.
I want to go down the line now because now we going down the line. He's a rapper. And I'm a rapper.
Listen,
no, let's go statistically.
It feels great.
No, but I want to go statistically because because when people be like,
I feel the same way. We all feel the same way.
Forget about the numbers. You heard? My numbers back up.
Let me step up to the forefront. Us in the music of hip hop culture have a problem is a thing, and there's nothing. The world goes off numbers, but in hip hop, we don't pay enough homage.
As a therapist myself, I know how important it is to be able to have someone that you can talk to about your problems, to bounce ideas off of, process your traumas and your stressors, especially when life is getting out of hand. And although everyone should have a therapist like that they can talk
to those before us the correct way. And sometimes it's even myself. So it gets no other genre of music fucking, I don't even know who to use.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, hip hop is like basketball.
Jelly Roll's never gonna say that about
hip hop. Is like basketball.
Jelly Roll.
John Morant get on the court with LeBron. He's going to kill LeBron. So this is what this is
any
about.
Song, any of that shit is murder.
This is what this is
but
about.
That don't got nothing
There's
to do
nothing
with
that could. There's never is me. Putting me up against anybody, I'm taking me every time. Every time.
Okay,
every
but let
time.
me
In all categories.
say something though, Jim. Let me
in
say,
every category,
Jim,
I get busy.
You started off saying you grew up watching Nas.
Of
The only
course, I didn't take that away from
the
him.
only situation I'm saying now to you, right? There is no situation.
I always tell people
kids
that
should
story.
worship you.
You fucking started.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing. I did not know it was going
mad
there.
at you because you're really friends with him.
He gonna be mad at you.
Not me. Yeah, I don't know him. You heard?
Oh, he's a beautiful guy.
I understand
That's my
that.
brother.
No, he's a
But he
beautiful
gonna be
guy.
mad at you.
Well, I'm not
bring
mad
my
at
name
me.
up in that conversation, bro. Like,
He
come
just
on,
asked
bro.
you
Yeah, but
about
we didn't know all that.
What he
We
do
always-
all the time, something
Alright,
he
gonna
saw on
put
the
me-
internet.
You're not
that
gonna
he
mention
didn't
me
have to
next to
ask.
nobody. I'm not gonna talk
You
my
didn't
shit.
have to do that.
I'm gonna
Right?
pop mines every
Your
time.
fault.
You heard?
Can we go?
I just
Can we
told
go?
the people
audio.
you're not doing none of that. And
I'm
what
looking.
did he do?
Good
He went
audio.
over there and
You heard?
Listen.
Niggas don't even know about the audio.
Can we
you heard?
talk? Can
You
we
heard?
talk? Can we talk
Yeah,
about?
do it.
All right. I love.
All right, y'all. I just wanted y'all to hear it yourselves, cause y'all know how this shit go. People add a little extra on it. Listen, man, this man said, do the research. What Fred Joe say? Do your Googles, man. What's your thoughts, right?
He's supposed to have confidence in his craft, but let's do this. If him and Nas was to get on a song today, tomorrow, I'm putting 6 figures on Nas. How much money you putting on Jim Jones? Rip.
After seeing that performance in the verses, what they said, they body jumped in a body bag. Then they took that body bag and put it in a body bag. I mean, come on, man. That was one of the worst performances we've ever seen in a fight in which the styles didn't mesh. And ironically, the guy who caught the body sitting right beside him.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You couldn't even, and Jada is a beast. You know what I'm saying? He's top 5 in terms of, lyricists in New York City, or just in general. That's another thing. New York City is the Mecca. It is what it is. We'll have that conversation another time. But he's top 5 lyricists. And Nas is above Kiss. And you couldn't do nothing with Kiss in the locks. What you think you're gonna do with the GOAT, the Billy GOAT?
Duh.
You feel me? Let's see what he had to say on his Instagram. And ironically, when that podcast, what's the name of that podcast? Because we gonna do the knowledge real quick. What's the name of that podcast?
The Joe and Jada show.
No, the podcast that the young
Oh
boy
yeah. That was D-Rec.
Okay.
He better direct some
that right there alone.
Some education.
I mean, listen, everybody's getting in the content space. It's not, it's a conversation that pops up. We heard it with 21 Savage and Nas. You get what I'm saying? 21 Savage got caught in the conversation online, said some things people, took the wrong way. Of course, it ended up with them doing a record. You know what I mean? Now, in the clip with Joe,
No, he ain't doing no
said
damn
it
record with
off the
Joe.
rip. Yo, it's no comparison. He told Jim to his face. It's no comparison. That's Nas, man. And it ain't got nothing to do with outfits. It ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. Accessories. It's about his pen.
Gosh, it's so good to see you.
Listen, if Jay-Z couldn't even stand in the same room as Nas, what makes you think Jim
can't.
Jones got a chance? With Jim Jones,
Jones
what makes you
can't.
think you got a chance?
I missed you
That's
more.
what I'm saying.
I missed you more.
It's one thing to believe in your talent, your skill set, your
Right.
capability as an MC. But you got other MCs up there who bodied you off the rip. And like I said, you know, shout out to Jada, because he's one of the most humblest MCs. It's
Facts.
crazy.
And that's the homie. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you know what I mean? Just locks in
That's
general.
my brother.
They solid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ain't no weakness. But let's get into Jim Jones. He responded to the backlash. He made a post about 6 hours ago. And in the post, Jim Jones says,
Listen to
y'all
this.
do know
Trolling
after
goes
I
wrong.
get y'all in your feelings on social media, I go back to living a real good life. Sidebar, going viral is a major tool in the entertainment business. Don't get stuck in yesterday's grind. Stay current, my friend.
Don't backpedal now, Capo. That sound like you backpedaling. What that sound like to you, Rip?
Listen, man, the people have spoken.
There
You
you
sound
go.
crazy. Now this is
Controlling
a
goes
strategy.
wrong.
Ain't no damn strategy to ignorance, man. Shut up.
Come on, man.
You got somebody right under you saying your son not knowing a Nas song is not a flex. You gotta relax. Exactly. Man.
Now let's
This is
speak on
hip-hop.
that.
Have you been denied the medical treatment you need after your workplace injury? You're not alone. A lot of injured workers are stuck in a system that
Him saying that, it's a testament to who you are as somebody who
This
is
a
a
one
part
big
of the
kid
culture, not
with a grown
teaching your
man body.
son about who are those guys, who are those ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your job, that's your duty. I got daughters and they know what time it is.
Come on.
They know the GOATs.
He is.
They know Nas, they know Biggie, they know Jay-Z. You dig? And they in their 20s. Early.
And it wasn't always like that in hip hop. You know, you had so many people shouting out other MCs on records. You know, that was the normal way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Tribe. They had so many people on the album cover that you wanted to be on the cover. You know what I mean? It was known to big up other MCs who are holding the
fact.
culture down. So it's the same
Nas
with
link
clips.
with?
You know, everybody's
Who
upset
Jim
at
Jones
the
link with?
response that, you know, clips are getting, because people have been tired of the bullshit that we've been getting, that y'all been force feeding us for so long, telling us this is the greatest shit we've ever heard, when in reality it's not. And we've been saying it's not for the longest time. So now that the real MCs are back outside,
Okay.
Nas is one of them who spearheaded this whole movement.
Come on now.
People hated on the King's Disease series in the beginning. Oh, it don't sound right. You know, they still want that him and Premier sound. You know what I mean? They got the Kanye album. It didn't go the way that they thought it was gonna go.
Correct.
Come on, y'all. You telling me that the run that Nas and Hit Boy had from Magic, King's Disease series, you telling me this shit wasn't fire?
Impeccable.
Come on.
Impeccable. They put out, I think, 4 albums in how long?
It might be 6, fam.
Oh, my bad. 6 albums in 4 years. Something like that. My bad. Yeah,
Come
you're right.
on. That's
You're
what I'm
right.
saying. Like, yo, we gotta recognize those who really doing the work. And Nas ain't just rapping either. He just did some shit with Slick Rick. Shout out to him. He got a new album out, Victory. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Nas is very active, creating the fun for the elders in hip hop. So that way
Correct.
they can have something to take care of their family. I mean, it's more than just outfits. You know what I mean? Jim Jones, you was looking like a damn fool up there on that runway. When see-through, lace-through clothing and all that. Come on, man.
Come on.
That
Now let's
has
do
me-
this. Do Jim Jones have a classic album like that the culture consider a classic? Nas have multiple classic. We could go Illmatic. It Was Written. And then you got some people double backing now. And I said this 10 years back. a lot of people saying It Was Written is better than Illmatic. You dig what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, to be fair, Jim Jones, Dipset, they always had that beef with Hove and Nas. It's been going on for years. You always heard some slick shit, especially from Jim about Nas. You know what I mean? Something about Nas that strikes a chord. You know what I mean? It's just at the end of the day, there's levels to the shit. And if there was the GOAT table, the Mount Rushmore, some would argue that Nas belong on that.
Oh, that's a fact.
You would never.
You can't dispute that.
Of course, but when it comes to Jim, on the other hand,
you ain't on nobody Mount Rushmore.
First of all, Nas is nothing. Nas is nothing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nas. Jim Jones is a feature king. He can't do an album by himself. He is a feature king. A feature king. That's all. That is all that he do. Right? Nas learned the game from quote unquote like stinking Jim Jones said, yeah, fair use. Right? He said, oh, I love that picture, girl. All right, Pinky. I'm feeling that picture, boo. I'm feeling that picture. It's everything. And she got records on the side. Let me find out. I love it, love it, love it. Just love it. Yes, yes. He sat there and he's a feature king. Nas, Jim Jones ain't learned nothing. He ain't learned nothing. Jim Jones was nothing. He's the hype man. The hype man. People go, I ain't taking nothing from him. I ain't got nothing to give him. How can you take something from somebody that you ain't got nothing to give? He ain't never have nothing for me to take from him. Nas had to get out there. Not only everybody know how he feel about Rakim, but he had Kool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One. Nas came out with heavy hitters. Nas even did a record, the whole Firm Biz album. My man had to compete with AZ. AZ wasn't nothing to play with neither. Nas ain't. Jim Jones, stop. Yo, he can't even compete with Foxy Brown. That's freaking, what is it? That Dare Something, she wrote that letter. I wish I could play it. Back in them days, he couldn't even compete with Foxy Brown. He couldn't compete with Little Kim. I don't care who wrote her. But let's see. We're gonna see whom Jim Jones featured with, and then we're gonna go the heavy hitters that Nas featured with. And I'm forgetting one jewel. I didn't forget one jewel. But he competed with somebody who also, when I mean competed, I mean he's on the same song as them, right? He's on the same song as them. So his lyricism got to be on point. His lyricism got to be on point, right? Got to be on point. We're forgetting this one person that it took him around the whole freaking world. Nas got love around the world, Jim Jones. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Well, we're gonna get to that in a second, right? And this is a case of dogs going wild. My dog's going wild today. Every time I go live, they want to act up.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe for most improved rapper, we give you that. You definitely
look. Hip hop fashion innovators. Okay. if you ain't in the top 5, then maybe you unsung hero out of, because again, you got ASAP Rocky, you got Kanye. I feel like those are the one who pretty much harped on it. There was a time when the people gave you that title. You didn't say it about yourself. You didn't have to go around telling people I'm this and I'm that. The people gave you that.
That's a fact.
But when I'm looking at, shout out to AI, because all you got to do is ask it a question. I mean, you ask the question of, does he have a classic album? I mean, his best, they saying he did 44,000 copies in his first week. So it's like, come on, man. He's had moments within
and then
the
you
rap
want to compare numbers, like you don't even have the stats that you proclaiming that you got.
No. Nor the impact from your bars. Fam.
Come on, bro.
That's the whole thing. From your bars. All that other shit is irrelevant. You know what I mean? It's like seeing a nigga on the court, he wearing all of the gear, but when he go out there, he trash.
It's just a different conversation. You're not in that conversation. I know you want to put yourself there, but that's why he made the comment he made, because when it came back, it wasn't in his favor. And now if 5 people said Jim Jones is better than Nas lyrically, that's a stretch, but that probably didn't even come back. He probably saw that it was a landslide. That's why he made the comment he made, backpedaling. So, but it is what it is.
Like I said, fam, we got to start being honest. You know what I mean? We speak on the rap game because it's easy. This new age media found a way to create narratives. You can say Vlad did it with the Nas is the worst beat picker. There's people who are responsible.
Who is Vlad to say that?
It's a lot of people that you can say that same thing to. Who are you to set this as the? Because again, young homie might feel like that, but like you said, you feel like he was coached.
Damn sure was coached. This is a fact. Because he said, "Oh, that's my young boy." You ain't hear him say that?
Yeah. I mean, again, 20 years ago, 2005. I mean, come on, y'all. I don't remember any hits from when I was 2 or 3.
Hey, Miss Leo, what's up, booby?
I ain't started listening to shit until about 6. You know what I mean? 7. You start getting a little older, so it's not like you like, yo. I remember when Jimmy was outside. Like, stop. Come on,
man.
Rap
like
game changed drastically.
When Nas was considered the GOAT from, all right, let's do this. First of all, when Illmatic came out, he was 18. So that means he had to write and record those songs when he was 16, 17. So you at almost 50, 49 or whatever, 48, 49, still can't mess with a 16-year-old Nas.
No.
Your teams can adapt approved content with lock templates and commercially safe AI.
And we're going to leave it as that.
I mean, and
I was going to show this, but they showed it for me. It just goes about the kids. He's the culture now. What, in the projects? You talk about the kids in the PJs are dressing like you, because Nas went around the world. He went around the world. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I'm going to show you his crowd. I'm going to show you Jim Jones' crowd, which it ain't his crowd because he can't do a full show by himself. And I'm going to show you a crowd from Nas and another guest. I'm going to call them all guests for now. right? My man was doing records with heavy hitters. But I was gonna show y'all that, but they beat me to the punch. So thank you, Kylie.
Again, shout out to Jim for still being relevant in his own
He
way.
is not.
You get what I mean?
Correct.
We ain't taking nothing from your contributions in the rap.
Ain't nothing to take from Jim Jones because he ain't got nothing to take.
Gang.
Nah.
When you start, they say comparison is the thief of joy. You get what I mean? When you start to compare your stats, your impact against arguably one of the greatest MCs of all time, I think you need to step back into that booth because only the respected MCs are going to acknowledge it. You get what I mean? It'll be
Correct.
universal. The same way when they mention Jada, you ain't never heard nobody say, yo, that shit phony. Get out. Jada top 5.
Oh,
You ain't never heard
thank
it.
you.
It's like
You can't-
universally
you can't
known.
disrupt that. Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I think
I'm
another thing we got to talk
trying,
about is the
Mr.
fact
I'm
that
trying,
Pusha
I'm trying.
and the Clips is on this run right now promoting
Oh,
a project.
man.
And Jim, you know, he sent shots at Pusha, but Pusha didn't respond back.
Because Pusha, no, you're not like that.
Exactly. That struck a nerve. That's really what all this is about. I
Like
don't
you
think
in
he
that
really-
Travis Scott category when it comes to Pusha.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, respectfully, Jim Jones, you was Cam hype man.
And it still is.
You know, that's a
still
touchy
is.
subject right there because him and Cam, they ain't even on the best of terms right now. At least, you know.
It is what it is. They got to work that out. But we talking facts here. He wasn't Cam hype man.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
man.
I mean, but look at
Now, let's look at Nas, Illmatic. It was written, Stillmatic, Godson, Upcoming Nas, Hip Hop is Not Alive, King Disease, Notre Dame, I Am, Life is Good, Nasir, Untitled, Magic. See this one right there? This album you can put on nonstop. This is the person that put Nas, even though he was already around the world, he was already. But this person right here put him on a whole different level, a whole different level, a whole different crowd, a whole different atmosphere, right? Because he's not just got rap artists now. He got Jamaican artists. He got that Marley audience. Stop playing with me, Jim Jones. Stop playing with me, Jim Jones. Let's go.
the run. He had arguably one of the greatest runs in hip hop. From Illmatic, It Was Written, Stillmatic, I Am. Yo, it's like you throwing rocks at the sun. Like, stop, man.
Come on, man.
You're not even
Stop it.
close. And the shit he's doing in his second childhood, shout out to Nas, he's showing y'all, the vets, this is how you do it. Stop worrying about the numbers and the streams and the commercial success. Just go put out dope music.
Good to see you,
And
sis.
since then, we've seen every legend come back outside. I just said Slick Rick dropped an album. Guess who he signed to? Guess who he signed to, yo?
Nas. Well, that's what is that called? The label
Massive Pill.
Massive
I'm about to
Pill.
pull it up. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo.
We don't want to Venmo
This is
none
what
of
I'm
that.
saying.
Come on now.
It's levels. You wanna be around much longer in the rap game? Shit, you better put out some talent, Jim Jones, because rapping ain't gonna work no more. It's hard.
We put out talent, but they're not on
They
that level.
lied. I listened to the oh shit. Damn, I'm gonna have to edit this out. God damn. I listened to the to Jim Jones' latest album. He definitely has some young, artists on there doing their thing. Shout out to them and what he's doing. You know what I mean? But it's levels to this, man. Imagine being able to sign, one of your goats. That's crazy, fam.
Crazy.
Imagine that. Being able to sign KRS-One
Thank you.
to Ripping Records. Wrecking Records. That in itself is legendary, fam.
That's a fact.
Eminem.
Got projects coming out, but like like I said, shout out to Nas because he's showing y'all how you're supposed to do this shit and continue to stay relevant. Like I said, we ain't gonna stay on the topic too long, but come on, man. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Jim Jones, as an MC, I ain't mad at him for saying that he feels like he's better as an
Yes,
MC.
I'm mad at him.
But come on, talking about Bill.
I'm highly upset and I'm highly mad at him because he did everybody you sat next to, you can't F with. I got every right to be upset for him saying he's the best rapper in front of everybody who beat your ass. Pardon my French. I say ASRSE, Mr. YouTube. There's no way you're gonna talk about I can't take it from him. And yes, I'm mad at him. He ain't stand next to. He ain't do an interview with nobody he beat so far. That man can't beat nobody. And this is when trolling goes wrong. This is when trolling goes. Actually, I ain't got that much time here. I got like 15 more minutes. So I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. I'm going to do a part 2. But I ain't paying for no StreamYard. I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. Early. Yes, I is. But I'm going to leave it right here. That man ain't did a damn interview with not one. How he next to Jada. Jada, one of the top guys, talking about he the best. Even lean back to higher numbers and balling. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. Or I'm going to still do a part 1, put a part 1 next to this. Because this, you don't get too many hours. But I would definitely see you guys tomorrow, Lord's willing. Lord's willing. I will see you guys tomorrow. I got to go do something with my crying dog. See what happened was my dog Pampers didn't come in yet, right? And my dog in heat. So I had to isolate my girl dog from the boy dog. But my poor dog ain't turned, she's too young to get caught out there. So she crying. And then the male dog, he could cry in every language. He could cry in every language for some putang. For some putang, tang. But he ain't getting none. He ain't getting none of my Cola, right? So Cola, I gotta protect her until her Pampers come in. So when her Pampers come in, it's like dog Pampers. It's like heat Pampers. You put these Pampers on when they ain't heat, and you put the Pampers on them so they can't get stuck. But these dogs are smart, baby. They'll chew them Pampers off. So I got the baby onesies. I got a baby onesie. And I gotta putting 2 Pampers on, putting one on the front, one on the back. I may put 3 Pampers on this damn dog. Because these dogs are smart. These dogs are smart. But that's why she in there crying. But she ain't heat. And I did not know. As long as I had a dog, but I only had a male dog. I never had female dogs. They ain't heat for almost 4 weeks. What I'm gonna do for 4 weeks? What am I gonna do for 4 weeks? 3 to 4 weeks. But her type of dog, she only gonna heat twice a year. Thank goodness. But this her first official heat. She's on her first official heat, and this dog is smelling her. He trying to get through the door, but I wait for my son to come back in because then she'll stop crying. But you got to protect your baby. But her Pampers be in tomorrow. Her Pampers will be in tomorrow. But anyway, I thank all of you guys for being here. This is when trolling goes. When trolling has gone wrong. Goes wrong. I meant to go when trolling Nas. But I meant to put NAS, not HAS, right? Has gone wrong, part 1. We do the part 2 tomorrow. Right, we're gonna do an hour here and there. But I see you guys later. Peace out. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. If you subscribe, that's gonna bring me back to life, right? I lost a lot of subscribers. I lost being in the analytics. I can't even find myself. So bring me back to life, y'all. Bring me back to life. Peace. I might come back on tonight. Who knows?